By the way, we're waiting for Jet Li to arrive.
He's on his way. He's in traffic.
He's in traffic, and who suggested that he should just get out and start running on the tops of the cars?
I did. I've seen him do it in movies.
Yeah.
He runs, do some spinning kicks, swing from some buildings.
And he would be here in seconds.
I bought a bunch of Jet Li films over the weekend because he was coming in. I couldn't get into a tower one night. And like the adult bookstores have to sell now a certain amount of real movies
to
be open.
60-40 or something.
60-40 rule, and so they had a bunch of his old.
So you actually went in there for a real movie?
I bought real movies.
Or did you just decide on the way out, might as well get something?
What they wound up doing is they took 60 in the city, like Jimmy said, you need 60% legitimate non-sexual
That was
content.
Mayor Giuliani.
Yeah, in order to have 40% smut. So a lot of these places decided, all right, I'll stock it with 60% of the cheapest films I could get, which amounted to these very old martial arts movies.
On VHS tape.
On VHS tape.
Not even
so they'd load up the store with that because they knew people weren't coming there for that.
Yeah. We're back with the Opie and Anthony show. We should get right into it. In studio, Jet Li.
Jet Li.
Morning, everybody.
Look at that. A real movie star.
Yeah.
By the way, real movie star. People pay to see this guy in the movies. Love it.
I was, for some reason, under the impression that Fearless was already out because I'm an idiot. So I drove by the theater last night. I was trying to get in, and they're like, no, not yet. What a dope I am. I want to be all prepared and talk about the movie today, and it's not out yet.
It opens Friday, I think, right?
Yeah.
Fearless in theaters Friday.
Wide.
Open Friday wide.
So we were talking in the break. You started doing films in China.
Yes.
And how hard is it to make the transition into doing films here in English?
I made I think a 25 movie in Asia. Then finally in Lethal Weapon 4.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Yeah.
That was a biggie. Yeah.
The first time I played the villain in the States in the movie.
How was that? Was it a big difference from Chinese productions to coming over here? I mean, just as far as the working of it.
Yeah, the system is totally different.
Yeah.
Especially, Lethal Weapon 4 is the big movie.
Yeah.
A lot of big stars there.
Is there more people on the set here than
a lot of people and the camera, cameras.
Yeah.
They have 7 cameras, many angles.
I would think they have stuntmen here, and in China, they just kill the people. That's what us Americans think. It's like, they just line them up and then really, kick their ass.
I'm very lucky, everybody treated me very nice in the first movie. And then after the first movie, then I played Romeo Must Die in the American movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are nice to you because we know that if we're not, you'll kill us.
He's laughing. No, yeah, I would.
Now, you've done professional fighting outside of movies?
No.
Did you do any?
I do martial arts sports when I was young.
When you were younger?
Yeah. Before 17, I got a 5-year champion in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you decided you wanted to go into movies, or somebody say, hey, I think you...
Somebody said, I think in 1974, and I did a Kung Fu demonstration in Hong Kong when producer come to me and say, before, I think just 1 year before Bruce Lee just passed away, and then they say, we want to find a new blood.
Yeah.
When you grow up, you want to be the actor. I say, oh, yeah,
you want to be new
course.
Bruce Lee? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Then they say, okay, every year they check out me, until 5 years later, they say, okay, this is the movie. It's the first movie called Shaolin Temple.
Was he your hero, Bruce Lee, growing up?
Me?
Was Bruce Lee the guy you looked up to?
In my mind, I don't have a hero.
Yeah, Bruce Lee was a hack.
No, he's a very good. he's a very good martial artist and a philosopher, but I don't see he's a hero.
Jet Li doesn't fight less than 30 people in a scene. It is really impressive, even though it's not full contact. Just to be able to coordinate that, I mean, it's some of the best fighting. I bought a bunch of your stuff because I knew you were coming in, and I had just seen bits and pieces, and it really is impressive. There's not one scene where you just fight like one guy. All you do is fight groups.
Yeah, the character, I play a lot of strong character. Maybe we call master, martial art master, or hero, or whatever, tough guy. So that beat up a bunch of people. But in the normal day, Jelly just actor, or Jelly just learning martial arts. Never want to fight with people.
You really?
I've seen.
No. Everybody here can beat me up. I only smile.
Yeah, right.
He'll smile as he's kicking our heads off.
I like how they're giving you more roles where you're acting, though. It's not just, playing kicking ass, because I loved the last movie. What's the name of that one with the collar?
Yeah,
oh, my
Unleashed.
God.
Unleashed.
Yeah, Unleashed. It's a fantastic movie. Really good. Really enjoyed that one.
Thank you.
And talk about kicking some ass in that one.
No, the movie is the whole idea is I want to say, if the people only know martial art, like the character I played, you can beat up 20 people.
Yeah.
Few seconds. But he's not a human. He just doesn't know, how to share love, family.
Yeah, trained like a dog.
Just like a dog in the beginning. So, end of the movie, through Morgan Freeman's character, music, bring him back, become human being. I think the big difference really depends. Not just physical. Who control the physical is very important. Just like I think a martial art with the gun doesn't mean good or evil. Who use it?
Yeah.
It's a nice way. It's good. Everybody like it. If you use it bad way, hurt yourself, hurt your family, hurt everybody. Yeah.
Have you been? Now, Jackie Chan? Everybody talks about because he does his own stunts and a lot. Do you do your own stunts, or do you have somebody that will kind of?
I learned martial arts when I was little, 8 years old. That's what I said, and I do everything I learned in the past. I don't do something I never learned, like jump out the building. I never learned that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So, what do you think of the use of CGI and cables and things like that to make some of these, spins and things that obviously people can't really do? What do you think of the use of those in a lot of the movies?
I think it really depends on what kind of movie, right? If you talk about the Matrix or, some funny movie, comedy or, cartoon,
right.
use cable or, technology to help. A lot of actors or actors, they're not a real martial artist. They only learn 4 months, 6 months, then doing the movie.
Again, they can only do what they know.
No, very hard for them. So
yeah.
You need a technology, camera angle to cover that, to show their very good story in a fighter on the screen. I'm very open, everybody can do action movie. I'm very glad to see it, really. Different kind of martial art films.
How much of any given fight scene is actually done at one time? Is it really cut up as they're filming?
I think in Hong Kong traditional martial art films, we spend a lot of time in each sequences. Like Fearless, we have 90 days shooting, but a 60 days fight.
Yeah.
We really rehearsal many times and covered. We try to keep it as long as possible for each shot.
Right.
By the way,
the shots are nice and long.
Nice and long,
right.
From the head to the toe, full shots. But in the States, usually the studio gives you 3 days, 5 days for the ending cover. So you don't have time. What do? You just shot many angles.
Anthony, by the way, that's Ronnie Yu, the director of Fearless.
Oh, hi, I'm the quiet one.
Yeah, the quiet one is the actual director of the film.
Hi, everybody. Hi, this is Ronnie Yu here.
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to the show.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Ronnie.
Must be hard to direct. Hey, kick some ass. There you go. Roll them. Roll them.
Well, it's easy, just call action and then let them do the stuff.
That's it, right? Sure.
And then call cut when you don't see right or you don't like it, and do it again.
The cut, please.
Fist of Legend, I think that's called, right?
Yep.
I was watching, and there's a scene where you do a one-arm, two-finger push-up. Can you really do two-fingered push-ups?
When I was young, right?
You were young? Oh, it really was impressive.
Like it says when he's young, he still looks like a young guy. I mean, geez.
I'm learning martial arts already, 35 years.
Wow, when you're a kid. Yeah, when you're a kid, you start.
Yep.
Is that all you direct as martial arts films, or have you done, other stuff?
God, I done what have I done? I've done Freddy vs. Jason. I've done Chucky, and I've been around. Yeah,
I've been around
a couple movies.
Just a couple movies.
Right?
I know.
Yeah. So I've been doing some cutting up people. Yeah.
So you get back to China, or do you have relatives over there where you still go back, or do you pretty much here in the States all the time now?
In the past few years, I'm staying in Los Angeles, but now I moved back to China because.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. My daughter is grew up. They need to go to school learning Chinese.
Right.
In American school in Shanghai, in China.
So how were you received in China after being here for so long and becoming so successful?
I like, both countries, and they have a great culture. We're here have a movie industry. I still have a lot of people work with me in the States.
You're very
agent, manager.
Yeah,
lawyer,
you need all those people.
Hey,
they need some of your money.
They will call me, always call me. Make a movie.
Are you extremely popular over there? Like wherever you go, people know who you are.
Yes, in China.
Yeah,
I made a lot of movie in China, so the population is big.
Yeah, sure.
You're walking on the street is difficult.
That's all we've heard about with China. Yeah. Boy, you guys sure know how to make more Chinese. Either fighting and something else that starts with an F.
You got offered Crouching Tiger, and I think when they said your wife was pregnant, and you didn't want to work while she was pregnant.
Yes.
Now you see how big of a film that was. Do you kind of wish that you would have done it?
No. I think a man's promise. I'm a very traditional Chinese people. I promised to my wife 10 years ago. I say, if we date, we love each other until 10 days later, we still love each other. Then we go to marry. If marry, you have baby, I will stop working with you. I think I did the right decision until today. I feel, you cannot make 30 babies.
Yeah.
you can make a 30, 40 movie, right? It's okay. I'm very happy there. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is very successful.
How many kids do you have?
4.
Oh, okay.
And you get to spend a lot of time. Are they getting into martial arts?
No.
No, really?
They like him. I think.
They could kick ass, but.
Well, they're like becomes actor, actress, whatever. I will tell them the truth is, if you want to be the action actor, learn martial arts 8 hours a day for first 3 years, 5 years. Then they try, 30 minutes. I say, too tired. I don't want to learn this. Something easy. Life is not easy.
It's got to be something you love too.
Love.
You must have loved to do it.
They don't need to fight because you fight, so they have Jet Li money. They don't need to fight for it.
And could there ever be my dad could kick your dad's ass in the school?
No.
When someone goes, hey, I'll get my father down here. Okay. I got to get Jet Li down here now to kick your ass.
Let's go to the phones. We got a lot of questions for Jet Li. Anthony in Virginia, what's up?
Not too much. I just wanted to tell Jet Li it's a huge honor to be amongst the same celestial satellite sky as him right now. But I just wanted to say I saw his movie Fearless. It is a fantastic movie. Last saw from a buddy of mine just came back to China. He brought the DVD back. But don't worry, I'm still going to go to the movies to see it again just for the effect of it.
Okay.
So he saw the Chinese version of the movie.
Oh, okay. Is this a remake or is this
No, it was released early in the year.
Okay.
So and it worth the wait.
Okay, good.
A lot of people have been. There's been a whole not even a resurgence, but like this becoming very popular in the United States. A lot of the martial arts films. A lot more people because it used to be something that was a little campy. It wasn't accepted by a lot of people. Now, though, people just seem they can't get enough. It's amazing.
You guys are the action stars. I mean, it used to just be like Stallone and, other like stupid guys that just run around with pistols, but now you have to be able to fight to be an action star.
Yeah.
Kind of nice. There's a couple of movies I want to see, and Unleash is definitely one of them.
Yeah, let's go to John in Chicago. John?
Yeah, first of all, I'm sweating profusely from my armpits just getting ready to talk to Jet Li. I love your movies, man.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, what exactly do they mean by this is your last martial arts epic film? And when you are gone, I will always miss you and forever love your movies. Thank you.
Thank you. And martial art, in Chinese, we say wushu. So spelling from 2 words. When it's a stop, when it's war. Stop war. So, but we see a lot of action movie. They only focus on war. People beat up each other, use violence against violence. And not so many people talk about the stop. So in this film, I put my all belief, and not just physical part, also mentally, philosophy, everything. What is martial art? Why we need to use martial art, learning martial art in life? Who's the enemy? So I say everything I believed in this film. That's why I say this is my last wushu movie, because everything I want to say already said in this film. But in the future, I will continue to do movie. Some movie, I just think, cop fight with the mafia on the street, just like a car chase or gunshots, beat up each other. I never know which punch belong to this made in China, this made in Japan, this nobody can tell me. I think it's just a normal human being have a 2 arm, 2 leg, beat up each other on street. That's not a martial art. It's just a fighting.
Yeah.
For the character, for the script. And I think that's the point. I say this is my personal movie and everything I want to say in the movie.
You speak good English, too. They say you take 4 hours a day that your tutors.
That's the only
good English.
No, but that's to make the translation from Chinese.
I mean the way you just said that.
No, I'm saying to make the translation, to jump to do films in one country and then to come here, and it says here in the bio that he takes 4 hours a day. He's tutored, so it's obviously to keep doing more films.
Because you speak English well.
Oh yeah, I said that really wrong. Oh.
Yeah, you really.
I did come up and sound stupid.
Speak good
English.
You speak
okay. Good. No, are you taking 4 hours a day of tutoring?
No, just in the beginning, because if you're working here, you need to go to the set. You need to listening for the director, how they social with the people on the set. So in the first 1 year, 2 years, after that I say, whatever how hard I try. But still, a lot of people English better than me on the street. They're saying something.
Please.
So then I changed and study Buddhism. I spent a lot of time studying Buddhism in past 10 years.
Really?
Yep.
You know how many Americans can speak Chinese, though? Not
3.
that many, my friend. You know what we can say? Mushu pork. That's pretty much it.
Look at it.
We can order off menus. We stink. We can't even pick up a second language.
I'm always amazed when guys come over here and learn the language and do films.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
I love that. And you know what I also love and definitely respect and appreciate? The discipline of the martial arts, not what you were just saying. Because I know me personally, if I spent time to learn and become proficient in the martial arts, I would go out to bars to just beat people up just because I could. It's this whole discipline thing and this mental thing that you get into where it's like, no, it's not about that. It's like, but can I just go out and have a few beers and crack someone over the head?
You can, and then you get cracked back, and people are gonna beat you up. But that's one of the major reasons why me and Jet want to make Fearless. You just want to give an alternate perspective on what is the true sort of philosophy behind Chinese wushu. It's not really about kicking ass. I mean, of course, there will be a lot of people better than you are. But like Jet was saying, like Chinese character was made up by like all different words, to form one character. And in Chinese wushu means wu. The character wu actually means avert conflict, and shu mean the art, the technique. So actually, the better wushu master you are, the better peacemaker you are.
You ever get beat up by anybody in real life? Even as a kid in school, anybody ever beat you up?
No.
No.
In the little boy, I beat somebody, I fight with somebody.
You fight when you were a little kid?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Like every kid.
I bet he still tells that story and says he beat you up.
But when I learn martial art deeper, and then I know you cannot use martial art to hurt people.
Yeah.
And since then, I never used martial art before.
We are getting cut off by the music. They shut us off the plug. Obviously, it's Fearless. September the 22nd. Is that this Friday?
Yeah.
What night of the week? This Friday, the great Jet Li, Fearless, a new film. I'm certainly going to go see this.
Yeah.
Everything you do is great, man.
It's been fantastic.
What a
pleasure.
great
Pleasure
movie star.
All right.
He's the best.
This was awesome, Jet Li.
Really
and of
happy
course,
you came.
Ronnie Yu. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Go see Fearless. And if you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day. Can I point out an observation, by the way, about Jet Li? It was a terrific interview. Love his films. Fearless is going to be an amazing movie, right? We do so many Chinese jokes. None of us had the balls to even attempt something.
What? Well, I wasn't going to say the director looked like the guy that was in Tora that came with the peace plan after they had already bombed. He looked like one of the ambassadors from Tora Tora Tora.
I didn't see that.
He had completely round glasses on that was so stereotypical.
Well, when you said
Chinese gentleman.
When you said, do you get recognized in China? I'm like, why don't I have the balls to say, of course he doesn't. They all look the same.
Oh, see, that would have been all. Because he, from that couch, would have been able to kick his shoe into your nose.
We like to point out to everyone that we are indeed pussies at times.
Anyone is a pussy to Jet Li.
Yeah. Have you seen his films? Have you watched them?
Yeah, of course.
They're really good, yeah. And the guy, is a planetary celebrity.
And he was
He's
nice.
a celebrity of the planet.
He was great.
He had a good time. Let's get strolling.
I felt like he
How about
really
a walkabout?
I felt like he really liked it.
Jimmy, you could take your arm off my shoulder, or else I might become amorous. I got a jacket on like a homeless person.
Friends of Jet Li coming through. That's right. You'd appreciate that if you didn't have your.
You would have loved the interview, sir.
Your iPod on.
I thought that was Jet Li.
He's a little fella too.
Yeah, he's not a big guy, but you.
Your tie's too short, sir. I think your tie's too short.
Pronounce his own name?
Hold on.
Jet.
You think he could pronounce his own name?
Jet Li.
Oh.
I don't know.
Of course he can.
Wow, we're brave now, aren't we?
Look at us. We sure are showing him.
Wow, we showed him.
I hope he doesn't have satellite radio.
Kenny, do you think Jet Li could throw you a beating?
I would spar with him.
You'd spar with him?
No, I don't in a friendly match. I'm saying if he had to throw you a beating, do you think he could?
Yeah, but I'd hang in there.
I don't think so. I love you, Kenny. You know that.
We love you very
much. But he's such a small, wiry guy. I think he'd be all over you. You wouldn't even know what to do.
Well, that's the whole thing. He probably has the speed on me.
Yeah. And he doesn't, I don't think he'd be intimidated by you. He'd use that martial arts mind he's got. He seems like he's got the body and the mind.
Yeah.
And you have the body, and there's nothing up there but dry hair.
I never kick human with brain like Stegosaurus.
He'd kick him in the hair, and like a porcupine, he'd have quills in his feet.
They're saying your hair's dry, Kenny. How dry is it?
I want to ask Master Paul when we get over there. He would be impressed with Jet Li.
Oh, of course, I'd be impressed, gentlemen. Man's a master. So hard.
I really enjoyed that last segment over there.
Jet Li?
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. We're just talking when he first came in. It's a little awkward because you don't know somebody, but that was fun.
It was a little awkward when he first walked in before we turned the mics on.
Well, that's why I wanted to do it.
Down.
To get a weird, sometimes a couple of minutes helps because you just talk to the person and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
You might get something to talk about in the air. A lot of times you don't, but at least you've spoken to them for a couple of minutes.
Sometimes not good because you've talked about it already off the air and it's hard to recapture a moment. I hate that, like when you make small talk with somebody that's sitting there and it goes so well and they come out with something good and then you're like, shit, I'm never going to be able to recreate that on the air. And then on the air, you're like,
I'll just go into it. We were just talking. This is how I get to it. I'm really good. I'll go, it's funny. We were talking in the break about it.
Yeah, I saw you did that.
And
we were talking during the break.
I'll say something. I'll say something like, well, we were talking
things we were discussing, a couple of items.
What, Opie?
I've accepted my fate.
Look at that.
Where? Oh, a defeated picture. That is great.
See, a moment that didn't air in Howard Stern's 60 Minutes interview.
What is it?
I've accepted my fate.
I've accepted my fate. $500 million and no listeners. It was an even trade.
Could someone get us that audio?
And find out what that is.
Please.
I've accepted my fate.
Let's go to Rich in South Carolina. Rich.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
I wanted to call you out on I was just laughing so hard when you, all I could think about with the director that was talking, all I could think about when you did that prank on that Chinese restaurant and you had green poopies, I just laughed for about 20 minutes.
How about green poopy?
It was really, really hard to not start laughing.
Why are we so racist?
I don't know. It's not that. I don't know. I don't have a lot of Chinese people in my life.
It's like I don't even see it as racism. I just see it as like it's funny. It's funny. I don't care who it's done on or to or what cultural, racial group or anything. It's just everybody can gather around a good, funny joke based on race. And, you know, when you have to hold back, when you got to bite that tongue, oh, that's hard.
They were beyond cool, though.
Bite the tongue, or he would have ripped it out with your heart. You could have watched your heart beat as he hit it with your tongue.
A guy like that you don't even want to fuck with, though. I mean, because he's just like, I love his stuff. I mean, I've watched him enough times. Like, how do you not enjoy what he does?
And I hate saying this because it sounds like a maudlin old Vegas thing to say, but he's a class act.
He's a very nice dude, man. What am I going to do? Go fuck with him? He's the guy, and I've watched it. He fights literally 30 motherfuckers at a time. It's just fun to watch.
It is in a movie.
Oh, and go on, cut it out with, stop breaking the 30-second wall. That's my bit.
It's a drama. It's a dramatization.
Oh, I don't know.
I love when they go kicking 30 guys' asses with just shit around the room.
But they're not really kicking ass because it's a dramatization.
Got a chair. I got a bookshelf.
No.
I got a spaghetti colander. I could kick 80 people's asses with these.
But it's a dramatization.
Love it.
Oh, I don't know, Opie. I think that's false.
Just a dramatization.
Oh, I don't know.
Vinny and
masculinity.
What did you say about Sam's hair today?
Hero.
He looks like asparagus.
That was amazing.
And he does.
Asparagus head.
I want to eat Sam and then piss a smelly tinkle all over Travis's feet while Fan practices judo on them. I don't know what that means. And fucking Fan didn't pipe up when Jet Li was in, I noticed. Normally he talks a lot of shit. But he fucking minded his P's and Q's.
I want to say half the stuff on the air you're saying off mic there, Fan.
No dry irony when fucking Mr. Lee was in.
That's right.
Where's Master Paul? I do want to ask him about Jet Li, because Paul is a very honest martial artist. I want to ask him. Let's get his music too.
This is Opie's, by the way, one of Opie's favorite segments.
Oh, God.
But Opie, I just have a question.
The post segment of the program.
Just when you think the show can be boring.
Where is he? La 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 la.
Let me tell you what's going on with Master Paul.
What?
What's going on?
I'm in the wrong business. You dressed up for Jet Li today. Be honest. You were hoping to meet Jet Li, and you put on your best suit.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but unfortunately that didn't happen.
You were over on this side.
Yes, it was.
But is that the reason why you got the nice suit, right? The nicest suit I've seen you wear, by the way.
Yes, thank you, Opie.
This is your Jet Li suit, isn't it?
This is my Jet Li suit.
I know it.
Damn.
I was hoping that he would say, Master Poe, come on, let's fight.
Whoa.
Wrong tie.
Now, you've, I just want to know, because I like him, you're a martial artist. He's great, right?
He's amazing.
Would you be intimidated to fight him?
No.
Look at, no hesitation. He just said no.
No, even Club Soda Kenny said it before. The style of training that he received was wushu, gong fu, and that's all prearranged. Now, not to say that he can't use that against someone that's attacking him, but the fact is that he has concentrated strictly on prearranged movement as opposed to,
figuring out as you go along.
Being spontaneous when a guy comes at you with a broken bottle.
Yeah, but, make no mistakes, he's very good.
Would you be intimidated by Chuck Norris?
No.
No?
Chuck Norris is a joke.
No. Idols. That's why I'm
Chuck
asking.
Norris is one of my idols, and he's he's incredible. He's in his younger days, he was amazing. But it's not a matter of just being intimidated. It's respecting these martial artists that have done so much for the martial arts.
No, I don't mean on a factor of being like that, like I would respect an older comic. But I mean, if you had to fight him now, would he be a problem for you?
Anytime that you're fighting someone that is better than you, it would be an honor. Anyone that has been in the martial arts longer than you have, it's always an honor. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter.
I think it would be an older guy now. I think Chuck is a little old to be really mixing it up.
Well, his spinning back kick was
like no other, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. His spinning back kick was the best in the business.
Well, basically what Poe is saying now is that Chuck Norris was good. And basically now you'd kind of slap him around a little bit, like a bitch. You don't want to say it, but Poe is basically saying he'd put a dress on old Chucky boy and send him fucking packing. That's what our friend Poe is saying.
No, I wouldn't say that. Chuck Norris is he's still in shape. I'm sure he trains all the time, and I don't think he's as fast as he used to be.
Well, who is, really?
Yeah, but his spinning back kick, I'm telling you right now, it was incredible.
Does anybody remember last year?
Boring. What?
All right, Master Poe. Thank you. I actually wanted to know.
Okay.
We did need to know.
I was curious from a martial artist.
I was curious.
And Kenny gave pretty much the same answer you did.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
All right, sweetie.
Why didn't you walk over there
Yeah, why didn't you come over and meet him if you wanted to?
Taking a stroll over.
He really did put on his best suit because he thought he was going to meet Jet Li.
It's not like every day you're doing that, is it?
I like to call him Jet Li, though, because of the Li.
That's how, no, China.
China does it differently?
No, it doesn't.
It's different.
Well, I called him Jet Long Island. How do you think I felt?
Oh, that's silly.
Abbreviation humor always works. Does it?
Poe.
Yes.
You got to talk to someone. You should have walked over there so you could get a picture with Jet Li.
We all took pictures with him.
You can't assume that he's going to make the walk. I was hoping he was going to because I figured you'd want to meet him.
Well, that would have been nice, but I have a job here, and I'm taking care of everything over here at XM.
Once in a while, you
could take 5-10 minutes to go over there and get a picture with one of your heroes or someone you look up to. I feel bad, to be completely honest with you. You should have called Don or somebody and arranged that.
Domo arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
Yeah, that's thank you.
I like when in Mr. Roboto when he goes, machine or man, and then it goes secret, a secret.
I got a secret. No, you don't.
Yes, it's not a secret.
What happened?
I don't know.
What's everybody pointing at, fucking bear?
I was going to say Chuck Liddell's coming in tomorrow and poking.
Well, Chuck Liddell is an animal in the ring. Animal in the ring.
Me and Chuck might have a problem, though.
Yeah, sure.
If I have to tango with Chuck.
Yeah, there'll be a problem, all right.
Chuck's the type of guy, if he was hitting on your girlfriend, you'd go, you know what? If you want to fuck her, I won't get in the way.